Good morning and welcome to our seed of encouragement. I got a word and I call it Wordless Watery Prayers. Child of God, don't you dare apologize for one tear dropping out from your eyes. And I want to tell you, you see, dry eyes, seal up lips are not a sign of a strong soul. The strongest souls I know have cried the hardest because they understand that what you let out cannot conquer you. So they let it out, they channel it out. And the God that created you, that created those tear ducts in you, created an avenue where there will be a release in you, understood that you are going to go through grief, pain, disappointment, and those that stab you at the back, knows that you need a place to channel it out, know that you need a place to pour out those emotions. Because when you pour it out, you are creating an avenue for him, God, to come in and do the God factor in your life. So, child of God, I want to tell you that tears are not sign of weakness. So next time that those tears drop, whether you're in the bathroom or you soaked your pillows with it, or you cried in your car, or you let those tears drop, child of God, is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you are human. It's a sign that their teardrops are actually doing what God created them to do. It's functioning properly. So it's not a sign that you're weak. And don't listen to any voice that is telling you, shut it in, snap in it, take it in, or wipe it off and suck it out and be strong. No. The word of God said that he had, in Psalm 8, he said, Psalm 56, 8, he said, he had nursed your tears. God gathered those tears. I heard your tears. He gathered them. David said in Psalm 40 that I waited, I cried, I waited on the Lord. And he answered me. He lifted me out from this horrible mud and lifted me out from the bottomless pit I was and planted my feet on the mountaintop. And he put a new song in my mouth that those that hear it will marvel, will worship God and trust God. And God said to Hezekiah that I've heard your tears. You're not going to die no more. Jesus wept when he came, even knowing that he's going to resurrect. He wept. That is an emotion. God said, we are going to weep. Ecclesiastes said it all, that there is a time for you to weep. So, child of God, all I want to tell you that this season of your weeping, this season of your grief, whatever it is that have caused you to shed those tears, whether it's your faithful partner or a divorce or diagnosis or disease or sickness or a failed business or a failed career, or something that happened, because unfortunately we cannot predict the things that come before us, or the betrayal we can't predict. And so God knows the one. You say we don't have a high priest that is not compassionate about our afflictions and what we go through. He knows it, and that's why he created that channel for us to release. Child of God, when you release those tears, you are releasing those burdens. It's like you are going and say, God, I'm laying it down at your feet. I drop it here. You're worshiping God by dropping it at his feet, because God is the only one that will come in and restore. He said, weeping may endure in the night, but joy comes in the morning. I don't know when that joy will be. When you say it comes in the morning, it's not about day. It's just when the time is going to be a season. This is going to be a season, and there's going to be a season when you laugh again. You might say, oh, Kambe, I don't know. Am I going to be able to laugh again? Am I be able to come out of this pain and all that? Child of God, I don't know when you're going to come out from it, but a time will come when you will smile again. You will smile again. You will go through that season and you will smile again. You will go through this grief and you will smile again. And I want to tell you, everybody heals differently from grief. So you don't have to feel like, oh, you have to do certain things because you lost a loved one, and then you grieve too fast. You have to be certain way, not look good, or lock yourself up, or do some certain things. So you are doing justification, or you want to justify, so your loved one doesn't feel that you didn't grieve him enough. No, child of God, I want to tell you that you grieve, and you grieve like people that understand God, people that knows God. He said we grieve differently, because in Revelation he said There is a joy when we all meet again. You know, that's why Martha said to Jesus, I know at the resurrected I will see my brother. But Jesus was telling him, even now. So, child of God, even now, I don't know what you're grieving about and you are trying to suck up those. I want to tell you, let those tears out. Let them fall. It is actually cleaning your system, taking off the burden, you're giving it to God, and you are making space for God to come in and begin to heal and begin to knit your soul and bring you out from that place of grief or from disappointment or pain. So, child of God, tears is not a sign of weakness. Tears is you being human. Tears are just you letting your God knows, Lord, here I am, help me out. And he harnessed them. He gathered it because God sees our prayer. Because that time you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do. You just, in a state. And the tears is dropping. Sometimes the tears is dropping, you don't even know why, but it's flowing out. It is just nature. It is just life. It is just God, what God has put to help cleanse us. So we can know where we can have where these emotions are let out. And his healing can come in and heal our soul. So one thing I want to tell you today that I want you to take to the bank that Campbell said, your tears are not a sign of weakness. Your tears actually show you're strong because dry eyes and a still lips are not a sign that you're strong. Men, listen to me, because you bottle everything that a man has to be strong. Women, yes, we easily let it out. You bottle a man shall be strong. Let it those tears down. It's your healing to your soul. God is a gift that God has given to us, and we should let the tears down. And He harnesses, He gathers, He sees it, and He will meet you at that point of your need. Let's make this affirmation, child of God. I release this weight of my emotion as the tears fall. Each tear carries away my burden, making space for my healing and growth. My body is releasing stress and welcoming peace, joy, and happiness. My God is keeping record of my tears. It is a new beginning for my spirit, soul, and body. So, child of God, let those tears fall. Don't be ashamed of any of it. Like I said, I dare you to stop apologizing for your tears. I love you, child of God. Have a wonderful day.